Today we're going to tie the long aquatic worm. This fly was featured in my book Tomorrow's Fish. It's been a very productive pattern with me for a long time. Follows suit with the San Juan worms and the latex worms of today. But these materials have been with me. It's a very simple fly to tie. One of the fastest flies you'll be able to knock out, and it fishes very well no matter how you want it. I fish it with the dropper. As the trail end of a tandem rig. I fish it with a split shot and on its own, and I fish it under an indicator. It seems to do well no matter what I decide to do with it. I'm going to start off with brown tying thread and secure it and bring it back to the midway point of the shank. At that point, you're going to tie in your brown body glass. It's light brown Orvis body glass. Keep it on the top. You're not going to over wrap it completely. You're just going to secure it. If you've noticed, I buried the point of my hook in the vise for this particular pattern. I don't normally do that, but for this pattern it allows me to work the entire length of the shank as this body does that, and it keeps the point out of my way. You're going to bring the brown tying thread back to the tie-in point of the body glass, and you're going to give a couple wraps and whip finish. You're done with that thread. At this point, you're going to switch to the red thread. I use Orvis Red 3/0. Seems to give me the translucency and the color that I want through the body glass. That's what you're going for. You want that particular color to come through. You're going to bring it back to the tie-in point of the body glass, and then you're going to form your transition for the worm. You're going to build yourself a small hump of red thread, not too big, and then you're going to bring your thread forward to the eye. At this point, you're going to begin wrapping your body glass forward. You're going to keep it fairly tight. You want it stretched tight. You're going to put one wrap in front of the other. It'll pretty much fall in place for you. You want a little bit of segmentation, so don't over wrap it. Just one in front of the other. And you're going to bring it all the way to the front over your red tying thread. You'll see the transition in color. That's what you're shooting for, and that's really what the key to this fly is. And you're pulling this latex pretty tight, so make sure you give 3 solid wraps at least at your tie-in when you end the wraps, because this will spring back on you and unravel. And give a few more wraps to secure. Don't build it up too much because you don't want to build a head necessarily on this fly. And then give a few wraps of whip finish. And trim your thread. At this point, you're going to apply your head cement. Like I said, this fly is a very easy pattern to tie. Not a lot of moving parts. Very simple. Very simple materials to work with. I don't put anything over top of the latex. You don't need to coat this with UV glue. You don't need, or epoxy. You don't need to shellac it. Very durable. This body glass holds up well, doesn't go anywhere. There it is, long aquatic worm. A very simple pattern, basic pattern, but a very productive pattern. I hope it adds to your box. Thank you.